A brother named Terry left this comment on my recent video about the African church, and he dropped an absolute historical truth bomb. He pointed out that today's believers in Africa owe a massive debt to the early messengers, specifically the writer of the second gospel, John Mark, who started the Coptic church there. I wanted to highlight this because when we talk about early Christian history, everybody talks about the Apostle Paul going to Rome or Greece, but we completely ignore one of the most incredible, boots-on-the-ground missionary journeys in the history of the world, the gospel going straight into Egypt. Let's set the stage. John Mark is the author of the Gospel of Mark. Historians tell us he was basically transcribing the first-hand, eyewitness accounts of the Apostle Peter. But Mark wasn't just a guy who sat at a desk writing a book. He was a frontline messenger. Sometime around the year 42 to 62 AD, Mark traveled to Alexandria, Egypt. Now you have to understand what Alexandria was back then. It wasn't just a random town. It was the intellectual capital of the ancient world. It housed the greatest library on earth. It was the absolute epicenter of philosophy, science, and pagan worship. Mark walks right into this massive, intimidating intellectual hub, and he starts preaching the bodily resurrection of Jesus Christ. And it exploded. He didn't just win a few arguments. He established a massive community of believers. As Terry pointed out, Mark founded what we now know as the Coptic Orthodox Church. To this exact day, the leader of the Coptic Church holds the title of the Pope of Alexandria and Patriarch of the See of St. Mark. The roots of this African church trace directly back to a man who walked with the original apostles. Why does this matter for us today? Because there is a loud modern narrative that tries to box Christianity in as a Western religion. But history shatters that box. The Christian faith was never just a local movement in Jerusalem, and it wasn't a European invention. From day one, it was a global rescue mission. It required intense grit, deep intellectual defense, and men who were willing to march into the hardest places on earth, like Africa, to plant the flag of the kingdom. Shout out to Terry for bringing this history to the table. If you love digging into the actual, undeniable history of the Christian faith, click like, leave a comment, and don't forget to follow Modern Man Mosaic for more. I'll see you guys in the next one.